And we can get right on. On va commencer tout de suite. Thank you all so much for coming. Merci, Ganalshish. My name is Brendan Hanley, and I'm the proud Liberal Member of Parliament for the Yukon. And there is no secret why we're here today. Certainly no secret anymore. We're watching history unfold. And it has been my privilege, it is my privilege, to celebrate and to bring a little bit of Northern Canada and the legacy of the North that we're hoping to launch today. Before I go further, with your indulgence, since I'm so far away, I want to wish my daughter Aniela a happy 19th birthday. Canada's North has never been the birthplace of a Canadian Prime Minister, never. And I'm here today to start to turn that around. Being from the Yukon, I'm proud that I'm from the traditional territory of many First Nations on whose knowledge, wisdom, and holistic perspective we not only acknowledge, but we depend on. And therefore, it's my pleasure to welcome from the Enoch Cree Nation, Elder Irene Morin, who will recognize the land that we stand on today. Thank you. Merci. Merci.
He looked like a short guy to me, but I guess he's taller than me. The phone is way up here, the microphone. Good afternoon, everyone. And like Brandon says, my name is Irene Morin, and I am from the Enoch Cree Nation. But he forgot to say, I'm a Liberal. So I'm saying I'm a Liberal. I have been a Liberal since 1962. A lot of you people will remember a very wonderful man by the name of Lawrence Decore, who was everything. He was a lawyer, he was an alderman, a mayor, a leader of the Liberal Party in Alberta, and my very dear friend. Those were the good old days when we had, the Liberal Party was in power in Alberta. There was a time when Alberta was red and not blue. I'm tired of being blue. I'd rather be happy. But anyway, I also remember the late Nick Taylor, another powerful man. So families out there, groom your sons, your daughters to become good, strong, powerful leaders, and maybe we'll have strong representation at the Liberal Party in the Liberal Party of Alberta. But I am here today to say the opening prayer for Mr. Carney. And it is a privilege and an honor to have been asked to do that. And when people acknowledge that they are in Treaty 6 territory, that they are in Treaty 6 territory, I have to say thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging the fact that we are on Treaty 6 territory. I thank you for the acknowledgement. And if you would join me, please, in saying a prayer for everyone out in the world, all the people who need prayer. Just recently, as recent as very early this morning, I heard on the news that there were ceasefire talks between Hamas and Israel. And, you know, it's not just the people that are fighting there that are suffering, it's the children, the elders, everyone. And also Ukraine and Russia, you know, it's been going on too long. We don't need any more wars. What we need is peace. And I will take it upon myself to let you know that, you know, in the Greek language, the name Irene means peace, and I'm here to offer you peace. Peace of mind. So with that, please join me. And also, please, let's not forget the people in California who are, suffering from all the wildfires and stuff. And keep them in your prayers. And pray for all the people in this room. We all need prayers, like I said. And also, I would like to say a special prayer for Mr. Carney, because he's going to need prayers to be strong. I just met him today. I have never met him, but I Googled him to learn more about him, and I think I like the guy. He's my kind of guy.
Same high school.
And then another thing that I found out, when I first came to Edmonton in 1959, I came to Edmonton to attend grade 12 at St. Francis Xavier High School. Found out today that's where he went to, that's where he graduated from as well. So we have something in common, although we don't know one another yet, So please, I'm going to say a prayer in my language, which is Cree, and please join me in prayer. Hauno tawinan gesigisago kahayayan, mitone miuisagate ogewehoan. Mitone otisepayo kitapeisigewen. Kaisinto tagawian gesigisago, aksesaminota waskitaskamik. Anos kagisagak mianan ni pagoisaganim nan minatato gisagage. Kagi kasinamawatse kagi himaito tagoyakik. Nistanan kasinamaunan kagi himaito tamak. Bisaskayim nan ega tamatsamam tunay tamak. Eigatena maunan kamayata. Haunoch tawinan kita tamaskat nan mina kinanaskum tenan kagege epewitapmia kepewitsihia kanto tamata kiwe. Kinanaskum tenan ai hai. In Cree, ai hai means thank you. So you learned some Cree today too, right? Ai hai.
Thank you very much, Elder Morin, for starting us off in such a positive manner. Folks, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Georgia Hall, your Member of Parliament for Calgary Skyview. Welcome. Welcome to Alberta. This land is special, not only to those who have roots that stretch back over millennia, but to those of us whose ancestors are from territories from far and wide. As you know, this land we call Canada is facing so many threats right now. We have a stagnant economy. Our wages feel like they are frozen, but costs keep escalating. We face a fractured political divide that has pitted Canadians versus Canadians, nowhere more than right here in Alberta. And now we face a threat from our closest trading partner and traditional ally. These are challenging times. In times like this, most people run and hide. They turtle under that pressure and wait for someone else to solve the problems. But what if no one steps up? Then the problems persist and fester and grow. But today, we are witness to someone standing up, stepping up for Canada, looking at the problems we face as a nation, and instead of running away from the fire, he is choosing to run towards it. He does not run towards it for himself. No. He runs towards it for us. It is my pleasure to welcome the son of Fort Smith, Northwest Territories, the child of Edmonton, Alberta, and the man to lead us into the future of Canada, Mr. Mark Carney.
Wow. I'm touched. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Irene, fellow FX grad. Thank you all. Welcome to Edmonton. It is great to be here. My name's Mark. I was born in Fort Smith, and I've been in the room next door many times. You know, picture this scene. Pack of kids, team of kids, mites and house league, go in there, get their gear on, go out on the ice. You're back in between the second and third period to warm up, and I can still hear the blades of the skates tapping on the floor as we try to get the blood flowing into our toes. I don't remember a January day like today in Edmonton when I was playing hockey, I'll tell you that. Now, I wouldn't have been there if it hadn't been for the love and the support of my parents. That was unwavering. It was also supported sometimes by my brothers who are here today. And I wouldn't have been there without all of the volunteers who coached the team, who built the boards in the fall, who flooded and scraped the ice, and who drove us across the city to rinks like this so we could beat our opponents from Elmwood to Rio Terrace, Jasper Place. You're all here and you know it. You can't say it. I got the mic. I'm going to just assert that we did. And you know, community is one of the main things when I think of Edmonton. My communities, Laurier Heights, the West End, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Communities where people come together to face challenges in support of one another, to get things done, and to build. And that's who we are as Canadians. La communauté, c'est à ça que je pense quand je pense à Edmonton. Mes communautés, Laurier Heights, le West End, Edmonton, l'Alberta et le Canada. Les gens qui s'unissent face aux défis pour se soutenir, pour accomplir des choses et pour bâtir. C'est qui nous sommes en tant que Canadiens et Canadiennes. Ma génération de Canadiens est chanceuse. Nous avons une époque ordinaire. Bon temps. De temps de paix et de prospérité. Le système que nos parents ont bâti, il a fonctionné pour nous. But those good old times, my friends, are over. Our times are anything but ordinary. The system, it's not working as it should. And it's not working as it could. People are anxious. No wonder. Too many are falling behind. Too many young people can't afford a home. Too many people can't find a doctor. And then we're living through the two biggest technological revolutions since they split the atom. And our climate is changing in ways that threatens livelihoods from Fort Mac to Fort Smith. And then on top of that, as George just mentioned, in just 4 days, the United States will swear in Donald Trump as their 47th president, a man who threatens economic force on his closest, most steadfast allies, including Canada. Non, cette époque n'est pas ordinaire. C'est pourquoi nous sommes ici aujourd'hui, pour faire ce que nous, les gens d'Edmonton, et les Canadiens et les Canadiennes, faisons toujours dans des situations difficiles. on se rassemble, on fait un plan et on se bat. I'm here to ask for your support. I'm here to earn your trust, to lead that fight. I'm back home in Edmonton to declare my candidacy for leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister of Canada. Je suis ici. Merci. Je suis ici. Je suis ici pour demander votre appui, pour gagner votre confiance et mener ce combat. Je suis de retour chez moi à Edmonton pour déclarer ma candidature comme chef du Parti libéral et Premier ministre du Canada. And I'm doing this because I love our country. I'm grateful for what our grandparents and parents built for us. I'm proud of what we've built for each other. A great country built on hard work and the right values. I'm doing this because Canada is the best country in the world, but it still could be even better. I'm doing this because we face unprecedented challenges. And as I learned on the ice out there, when it's cold, when your opponent is tough, you have to step up. Now, I know I'm not the usual suspect when it comes to politics. But this is no time for politics as usual. No, it's not the time for lifelong politicians such as Pierre Poilievre. Politicians with bad ideas, naive and dangerous ideas. And I think the worst, his worst, is that Canada is broken. Canada is broken was one of Pierre Poilievre's many three-word slogans. And it couldn't be more dangerous. Now, in the UK, I saw firsthand what happened there after years of Conservatives shouting that their country was broken. Conservatives don't run around saying Canada's broken because they want to fix it. They want a license to demolish and destroy, including many of the things on which we all and regular people depend, because populists don't understand how the economy and our society actually works. Their three-word sound bites won't solve problems, but they will hurt regular people. And there are many, many, many differences between me and Pierre Poilievre. But I'll give you a big one. Well, I'm focused on building our economy. He's out chasing endorsements from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Il existe beaucoup de différences entre moi et Pierre Poilievre. Laissez-moi vous en dire une. Tandis que je me concentre sur l'importance de bâtir l'économie, il poursuit le soutien de Donald Trump et Elon Musk. Le Canada est un pays de liberté. Vous pouvez dire ce que vous voulez dire, bien sûr, être qui vous voulez être, aimer qui vous voulez aimer. Je suis d'accord avec Jean Chrétien. Le Canada est le meilleur pays au monde. Et avec un leadership et un plan approprié, notre potentiel est sans limite. Now, just as Pierre Poilievre's soundbites won't deliver for Canadians, we can't achieve our full potential with the ideas of the far left. They too often see government as the solution to every problem, with a reflex to spend and subsidize that just treats the symptoms of the problems, but doesn't cure the disease. We can't redistribute what we don't have. And we can't support the vulnerable in our society or defend this great country if we have a weak economy. And I'm here to build the strongest economy for all Canadians. Together. Build it together. Yes, Canada needs change, but not just any change. We need change that works for people, and we've never needed it more. So if you remember one thing from what I say today, remember this. I am going to be completely focused on getting our economy back on track. And if you wonder why I can succeed where others have failed or will fall short, consider this. I've helped manage multiple crises, and I've helped save 2 economies. I know how business works, and I know how to make it work for you. I've worked around the world, but I'm grounded in what I learned right here in Edmonton. To be responsible, to be fair, to stay humble, to work together, and to never, ever give up. Now, I know I'm not the only Liberal in Canada who believes that the Prime Minister and his team let their attention wander from the economy too often. I won't lose focus. Je vais rester concentré parce que je comprends comment fonctionnent les marchés. Je connais les forces et leurs faiblesses. Quand les marchés sont bien gérés, ils livrent des emplois et de la croissance mieux que quiconque. Mais je sais aussi que les marchés sont indifférents envers la souffrance humaine et aveugles à nos plus grands besoins. Donc, s'ils sont mal gérés, ils vont livrer une richesse énorme à quelques chanceux et des temps difficiles pour le reste. If you choose me as your leader, we will offer Canadians a clear choice in the next election. Experience versus incompetence. Plan versus slogan. Calm versus chaos. We have to give Canadians that choice because, let's face it, even if Donald Trump and the threat he brings didn't exist, we'd still have big problems. Our growth has been too slow. People's wages are too low. Necessities like groceries and rent are too expensive for too many. The federal government spends too much, but it invests too little. Middle-class taxes are too high. And we're not yet ready to make the AI revolution and the energy transition work for all Canadians. So in the coming days and weeks, I'll propose some big changes and some bold new ideas. And I recognize, I understand, that's not how politics is done these days. When lifelong politicians rely on slogans and slander and sound bites. But once again, these are not ordinary times. Let me tell you one other thing. In these times, sending Pierre Poilievre to negotiate with Donald Trump is the worst possible idea. I can think of one other politician I might not send. It just came to me in the last 24 hours. À mes collègues libéraux qui m'appuient déjà, merci. Merci à tous. Merci d'être ici. Thank you for being here. Aux libéraux qui pensent appuyer un autre candidat, je comprends et je respecte votre choix. Nous portons le même chandail et je vais travailler d'arrache-pied pour gagner votre confiance et votre appui. Et à tous les libéraux, je sais que notre parti traîne de l'arrière dans le match, mais on est réchauffé ici à Laurier et on est prêt pour la troisième période. I want to say how grateful I am to the many, many Liberals, many Canadians, who aren't all Liberals yet, but you know, part of the process. The many, many Canadians who have reached out and are already helping and have offered help. And to my fellow Liberals, I commit we're all wearing the same sweater. I'll work hard to earn your trust and your partnership. And I'm coming into this match, coming into this game, knowing that we are well behind. But we're getting warmed up, and we're going to head out in that third period, and we're going to win. Because that's what happened when I grew up in Laurier. And we were down between the second and third period. And the fight back starts now. We are going to win the general election. But that's not the point. The point is what we do when we win the general election. And that's to get out there and work for our fellow Canadians every day. It's to get out there and build a strong economy that works for everyone. It's coming together to stand up for Canada against Donald Trump. It's coming together to build an even better Canada. Je sais qu'il faut bâtir des ponts qui nous unissent. Il faut bâtir l'économie la plus forte du G7. Nous sommes une fière nation des bâtisseurs. Et maintenant, il faut bâtir l'avenir ensemble. I know. We can build bridges between each other. We can build the strongest economy in the G7. Canada is a proud nation of builders. And now, in these extraordinary times, it's time to build together. Thank you for your support. Let's go do it.